CEMI first came across me through a good reference in Slovakia, and initially became very well recommended for me. And then after some sort of digging into the course and looking at what the course had to offer, I noticed that it was very had a good scope in the business world, and it was something that I was, shall we say, very interested to learn, to give myself also a broader picture and a better perspective of the economy, and also how to structure that into my experience. I would like to say there were definitely some topics that were extremely focused on what I was doing. Those, for example, in strategic planning and also intercultural communication, they were, I would say, at the forefront of what I was doing in my previous role, and will be doing in my next role. So I'd say those two specifically allowed me to structure my thoughts around the forthcoming regulations from the external committees on the industry that I'm working in, and this allowed me to really plan ahead almost and give a theoretical understanding as well as a practical focus on it. So I would say with the intercultural communication, this also allowed me to understand more on the environment I'm working in, as well as definitely more so the way that companies work and the way that you can interact better with those counterparts, and also external and also internal stakeholders. So this was really rewarding for me, and I would highly recommend both of these courses. I tried my best to obviously reach out to the lecturers as much as I could, as much as time could allow. Obviously, CEMI is really efficient at allowing you time, so away from your professional obligations, you can always, try and work around it even until it's late in the evening. And it was these times where just the responsive nature was really great of the lecturers. They came back with not just, shall we say, feedback, but also constructive feedback as well, which allowed you to really think and gather your thoughts and refocus maybe, or redirect your thoughts into a different direction. And this was really quite rewarding on most of the subjects. So some of them, like marketing, management especially, was very new for me, and social media, etc. So I really needed this input from the tutors. And I would say definitely it was a success. I would very highly recommend CEMI, as well as the tutors that I had on the international business and marketing, because they really were, there was a lot of dialogue when there needed to be. If I now talk a little about my theses, I'd say what CEMI did as a collective and broad course allowed me to really focus and give me a very holistic view on what I can look at in the industry, in my own industry, as well as the obvious the courses that surrounded it. And this going forward, I'll be looking to further develop my my understanding of my own theses, and also not only see the outcome and obviously look at how it worked out in 2020, but also develop it further and further and further. This is really something that excites me moving forward, and this is, I would say, one of the main reasons that it'll be really great to stay in touch with those that I studied with, those that I did talk to, and also the lecturers collectively. So this really was an amazing experience, and I would, like I say before, recommend it to anyone, even if they're in very different fields of business.